Hello all, Jawad Basha here. In the last session, we have been discussed about industrial policies 1948 and 1956, right? And in this session, we are discussing about industrial policy 1977. Okay. Uh, the industrial policy of 1977 has been implemented on December 1977 during the Janta government. Okay. And in this industrial policy of 1947, they are focusing on cottage and small scale industries widely dispersed in rural areas and small towns. Okay, and small sector was classified into three groups here: cottage, household sector, tiny sector. Okay, cottage and household sector, tiny sector, and small scale industries. Okay, so 1977 industrial policy prescribed different areas of large scale industry sector like basic industries, capital goods industries, high technology industries, and other industries outside the list of reserved items for the small scale sector. Okay, so now we are going to look at some important or main elements of industrial policy in 1977. Okay, here 1977 industrial policy focusing on development of small scale sector. Okay, in the previously the list of items reserved for small scale industries was 180. Now it has expanded to 504, and later it has again expanded to 807 in May 1978. Okay, so here the major aspect of or changes of industrial policy in 1977 is that development of small sector. Okay, for that the list of items reserved for small scale industries were expanded from 180 to 807 in May 1978, and then district industrial centers were to be set up in each district to keep in development of small scale and cottage industries. Okay, for these promotions and development of small scale, tiny industries, household industries, government has been established to promote this, to provide some financial assistance, to promote some technical assistance. The various industrial industrial organizations, development organizations or centers uh, were were established by the government at district levels. Okay, the main intention is that development of small scale and cottage industries. Okay, then for the handloom sectors, uh, power loom and mill sector, two were not added and their weaving capacity. Okay, then the reduction of the main objective is to reduction of the regional imbalance, shifting the industries to backward areas. Okay, and to be assisted and establishment of new industries in urban areas was to be avoided. Okay, here as per the 1977, here they are basically focusing on the reducing the regional imbalances. Here regional imbalances means there are industries were situated at a in a single area. Okay, single area means somewhere the major portion of the industries were located around the North India. Okay, so hence there are few states or few regions which were completely ignored. Okay, there were no industries has been established. Okay, to avoid these things, to avoid these things and to promote the rural area developments, government has mainly focusing on the reduction of regional imbalance. How? Here government is shifting industries from the or they are shifting industry to the backward areas. Okay, from the developed areas. Okay, and also they are assisted and establishing the new industries in urban areas to be avoiding. Okay, here government has been avoided on providing assistance and establishment for the industries who are focusing on urban areas or who are wants to be establish their industries in urban areas. Okay, they are not much. The government is not provided much focus or they are not given much importance on those industries who are who are starting their businesses at urban areas. Okay, instead of that, government is majorly focusing on the industries or the industrialists who are ready to establish their industries at rural areas and remote areas. Okay, here the major focus is to be avoid the or reduce the regional imbalances. Okay, and also special fiscal concessions were proposed for export-oriented units. Okay, uh, and takeover of sick units would be on selective basis. Okay, here the major aspect of takeover of sick units. Okay, we know that sick units are the units which are making continuous losses over the period of time. Okay, due to the lack of capacity, inefficiency of management, poor labors. Okay, poor management skills. There are various reasons to become an industry to be sick industry. Okay, here government is decided to take over those industries. Okay, on selective basis and providing them all the necessary inputs to establish themselves in the industry. Okay, and also special attention was to be given to the promotion of tiny sector, namely units with the investment of rupees 1 lakh and situated in town or villages with a population not exceeding 50,000. Here, guys, just look at this. Okay, here the government is focusing on, or the government provides some special attention. Okay, here special attention to the tiny industries, tiny sectors. Okay, here tiny sector means any unit which is started under the investment of 1 lakh. Okay, here and tiny industries and which are situated in town and villages where the population is not exceeding 50,000. Okay, and large houses would have to rely on their own internally generated resources for financing new projects or expansion of the existing ones. Okay, here another important thing. Okay, here we know that 1978 industrial policy is majorly focusing on promotion of small scale sector, tiny sectors. Okay, hence the government is asked large houses to rely on their internally generated resources for finance. Okay, here government is clear that government is not going to provide any financial assistance to the large scale sectors. Okay, large scale sectors for their expansion or their any new projects. Okay, here and the public sector would be charged with the responsibility of encouraging the development of wide range of ancillary industries and contributing to the growth of decentralized production by making available its expertise in technology and management to small scale and cottage industry sector. Okay, the major aspect here, public sector units which is controlled by the central government are taking the responsibility to encourage the ancillary industries, tiny industries. Okay, by the way of decentralizing the production. Okay, and they are responsible to provide expertise in technology and management to small scale and cottage industry sectors. Okay, so then another important thing is in order to promote technological self-reliance. Okay, in order to promote technological self-reliance for small scale industries, the necessitated inflow of technology in sophisticated and high priority areas where Indian skills and technology were not adequately developed. Okay, here it means that for promotion or for development of every small industries, tiny industries or cottage industry, technology is very important, right? And technological self-reliance is very important. Okay, we know that during the time of 1977 or 78, we could say that there are like a beginning of promotion of small scale sector in India, particularly in India, and those at that point of time their family businesses or traditional businesses are majorly practiced in the Indian rural areas. Hence, they are not aware about the recent or updated technologies. Okay, they are following their own traditional methods of manufacturing. Okay, here it is very important. Okay, government is uh, recognize that the importance of technology. Okay, and for that they identified few areas. Okay, so where on what basis the skills and technology should be incubated to the and entrepreneurs. Okay, and apart from this, there are few important things of industrial policy in 1977, like it majorly emphasis on cottage and small industries. Okay, here as I have told, as I have told, the major motive of industrial policy in 1977 is to development of small scale and cottage industries, and small and cottage industries have been categorized into three types on the basis of the investment, right? So here for those there are few provisions were provided. Okay, like government introduce special legislation for protecting the interest of cottage and small scale industries and give them due recognition in programs of industrial development. And DICs mean district industrial centers were set up in each district headquarters to provide all the services and support required by the cottage and small scale industries. And DSS would arrange the raw materials, credit, marketing, and other inputs. Okay, and provide all assistance that is necessary for healthy growth of small scale sector. And another important aspect is development of appropriate technology. We have been discussed, okay, already. Industrial policies emphasizes the need of developing industrial technology that was appropriate in Indian context, in the sense that it makes more use of our abundant labor resources without compromising efficiency in production. Okay, and this ensure large employment and better use of country's domestic resources. Okay, and the highly capital intensive sophisticated foreign technology uh, may not be allowed or could be allowed to be used only in high priorities areas where Indian skills and indigenous technology was not well developed. Okay, and uh, in as per the 1977 industrial policies, we could see that the role of large scale industries as follows. Okay, like basic industries essential for building up infrastructure for industrial development of both large and small industries. Okay, okay, like as I told, the role of large scale industries as per the industrial policy 1977. Okay, which is prescribed or recognized by the government. Okay, the role of large scale industries in economic development of the country. Okay, which is prescribed by the central government as the basic industries essential for building up infrastructure for industrial development of both large and small industries. Okay, we discussed that basic industries, okay, during the discussion of industrial policy 1948 and 56. Okay, those industries are building are responsible for the building up of infrastructure, okay, for the industrial development of both the large scale and small scale industries. Okay, and capital goods industries for meeting the requirement of machinery of large as well as small industries. Okay, then high technology industries where production has necessarily to be on a large scale and which help agriculture and industrial development such as fertilizer, petrochemical industry, etc. Okay, here high technological industries production is to be at large scale. Okay, again here the intention is to our motive is to be development of small scale industries and provide assistance to agricultural products. Okay, and other industries not covered under the list of items reserved exclusively for small sectors. Okay, so so and there is one more important aspect of foreign capital, correct? So foreign capital, with regard to foreign capital, the industrial policy 1977 stated the rule majority interest in ownership and effective control should be in Indian hands, though the government may make exceptions in highly export oriented and sophisticated technological areas. Okay, it is clear that the ownership and effective control should be in the Indian hands, even though government may make exceptions in highly export oriented and sophisticated technological areas with respect to foreign capital. Okay, and apart from this, the industrial policy in 1977 also proposed a number of measures to curb disproportionate growth of large business houses, vigorous use of monopolies and restrictive trade practices act to curb monopoly power of big industries and disparallel of industries away from the metropolitan areas. Okay, here the major objective of industrial policy 1977 is to promotion of small scale sector, okay, rural development, employment generation. Okay, for that reason they have make various changes. Okay, they make various changes. Okay, and 1977 industrial policies has few criticism also. Okay, like criticism like the industrial policy 1977 was uh, subjected to like it is not in the favor of large scale industries. Okay, like it has no measures, or there were no proper measure of effectiveness measures to curb the dominant position of large scale units and the policy. Okay, and the policy did not envisage any socio-economic transformation of the economy for curbing the role of big business houses and multinationals. Okay, so this is the criticism faced by the faced by 1977 industrial policy. Okay, so guys, in the next class we will be discussing about industrial policy 1980. Okay, thank you.